So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Ohio! Ohio!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. 3rd down from the 2, 4th down lurking, but one more shot here. What do you do, Charles?
I think you run it here. Try and create some space, get your punter a little bit more room, and if you're really lucky, you get enough space to get a 1st down. But I think right now the big thing is take care of the football, get space for your punter, and get rid of the ball.
Mr. Conservative.
Yeah, I do kind of wear that well, don't I?
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 30. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Hut.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Come on, let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He'll look to throw. It's complete. Henry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. Got a man. It's It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
No. Check. Patriot. Set.
A handoff to Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch it now, Barney.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Come on, let's go. What?
Now Gordon on first down. Shifts by him. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go. Grand 38.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Ohio. Here we go. What? 90.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down. And his kick here is good. And that will make our score 9-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. And the Giants send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did. Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And they get 14 yards there at a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. What?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And right side, Henry's got it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to throw here. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now back to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll drop the throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
And sometimes you have to serve as your own blitz control. And what I mean by that is there are going to be times when guys come free and are going to hit you when you're trying to throw the ball. He stood in there and took it and still completed it for a first down.
Well, he has running back had vacated the area there, but able to complete it to him, still make a gain out of it.
I guess that's what we call a safety valve, and it worked pretty well.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's going to get it running right. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little...
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Come on, let's go. Grind 38. Grind 38.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Oh, what a move. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Come on, let's go. Grind 38. Grind 38.
looking to throw. Caught left side, Williams. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. But he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Here we go.
Out of the gun now on third down. Going up top. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And New York set to take the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Giants on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12. Back to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now the ball comes loose, and this is recovered by the Chargers. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 81 yards. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on, let's go.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's go. What? 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. What? 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll go to Barkley again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett, on the tackle. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line.
Watch it now, Barney.
Again, it's Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll set up to throw. The kidder here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Giants win the football game. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Giants, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.